Even legends like Diana Taurasi said she was in for a rude awakening. Gino Auriemma doubted her shot selection. The media, social feeds, even rival coaches were circling, waiting for her to fail.
There is no guard that is even close to being on the level of being as impactful for the totality of the game and how the game is played as Caitlin Clark. She changes everything. She makes everyone's life easier.
And yet, on this night against Dallas, Clark delivered her most complete game as a professional. Yes, her 14 points
Indiana Fever.
In a game that fans had waited years for, she went head-to-head with rival Paige Bueckers and didn't just win, she dominated.
Caitlin Clark could have broke the assist record. She played 24 minutes. If the three players made wide open layups from Caitlin, she would have had 16 assists in 24 minutes.
4 records shattered, a franchise reignited, and every critic silenced.
Caitlin Clark has reached 200 points and 100 assists this season, the fastest to do so in a single season.
13 assists, 5 steals. Clark had 5 steals.
That's right. Dallas's all-star score was held to just 2 total points. The same Arik who was supposed to exploit Clark's defense instead found herself completely smothered, frustrated, and ineffective.
Does that Cunningham
Right here.
close out.
She's going to get she got a block shot, throws it down for the when they let Caitlin Clark run the show.
For 5 long years, basketball fans dreamed of this moment. 2 of the most electrifying players of their generation, Caitlin Clark and Paige Bueckers, finally clashing not in high school gyms or college arenas, but on the biggest stage in the world, the WNBA.
What an epic game we seen. I got a little nervous, bro, because Paige Bueckers was starting to cook.
This wasn't just a regular season game between the Indiana Fever.
The amount of full court passes from Caitlin Clark to Kelsey Mitchell, from Caitlin Clark to Sophie Cunningham, we might have hit more touchdown passes in today's game than every other game so far this season combined.
They tried grabbing her off the ball, blitzing screens, bodying her up to wear her down.
Caitlin Clark has changed the game. She changed it in college and in the WNBA.
The country has fallen in love with what we have created. And America, here's the girl next door, all grown up, Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark has captivated the nation, breaking scoring records in college and bringing
Age phenoms. Clark and Bueckers were destined to collide. They dominated headlines, highlight reels, and recruiting rankings.
Caitlin Clark is now has the 5th most double-doubles with points and assists in WNBA history. Caitlin Clark running the show.
Clark, a scoring machine with Steph Curry range. Bueckers, a silky smooth playmaker with old school poise. Opposite styles, opposite personalities, but both undeniable against them. Constantly finding the open teammate, constantly making them pay.
Caitlin Clark running the show.
Caitlin Clark showed y'all. She the best that ever did it and got away with it.
Her composure under pressure was elite. And the final score? Indiana Fever 102, Dallas Wings 83. An absolute blowout, orchestrated from start to finish by Caitlin Clark. This wasn't just a good game.
Caitlin is James Worthy's Magic Johnson. She is a better passer and scorer.
They gave Caitlin Clark the ball.
This was her WNBA.
The fastest to do so in a single season in WNBA history.
Their paths diverged in college. Paige chose the dynasty, UConn. Clark took the underdog route, signing with Iowa and putting the Hawkeyes on her back. And while Paige was hailed as the chosen one early on, it was Clark who outshined when it mattered most.
Caitlin Clark has changed the game. She changed it in college.
Where Clark fired a perfect over-the-top pass to Sophie Cunningham in stride, creating what fans are now calling a touchdown fever moment.
This is what happens when you hand the ball to the best point guard and you just run the floor. It's simple.
She even had a massive block on Dallas guard Jordan Canada that instantly turned into another fast break bucket. This wasn't just effort. It was IQ timing, control, leadership. And speaking of leadership, Clark shut down Dallas's biggest offensive threat, a bombshell that sent UConn packing. The head-to-head tally, Clark 2, Paige 1, and in every matchup, it was Clark who walked away with the spotlight.
And Diana said it best. This kid's in for a rude awakening. And they all jumped over her, but they didn't read the whole thing that she said. but nobody's printing. You know, Diana Taurasi was right. This kid's on the wrong team. She's got the wrong skill set to handle the physicality of that league. And she's a rookie. And if you're a WNBA player, if you're any kind of player, you're going to say, I'm going to make
Memorized. She anticipated, reacted, and intercepted with laser focus.
She's playing while getting hacked the entire game. They're not calling any fouls on her, and she's coming off an injury. Bro, 14 points, 13 assists. 13 assists, 5 steals. Clark had 5 steals.
The Wings couldn't move the ball without her disrupting their flow and then turning defense into instant offense. Her 5 steals weren't empty stats. Emma questioned if Clark's wild shot selection could survive in the pros. Diana Taurasi, one of the GOATs, warned that Clark was in for a rude awakening. Some said Paige had the more polished game for the WNBA, that Caitlin's skills were flash without substance.
This was a dominant performance, man. I know a lot of y'all out there are mad. Y'all was hoping we would drop the ball, but it didn't happen.
But all that talk set the stage for July 2025.
Or all grown up, Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark has captivated the nation, breaking scoring records in college and bringing women's basketball to a whole new audience.
She is a phenomenon.
Clark didn't just dominate offensively. She tore down every criticism that had been hurled her way since entering the WNBA. Remember what the experts said? She's not physical enough.
Caitlin is still off on her three-point shot. That's going to come around. I got the notion today she's starting to really get her legs.
This rivalry belongs to her.
She showed up this game, and what happened? What happened? She beat the dog crap out of Paige Bueckers and the Dallas Wings, destroyed them from beginning to end.
Coming into the matchup, the Fever had been inconsistent, struggling with lineup changes, chemistry issues, and a slower style of play that clashed with Clark's strengths. Her transition-heavy game was being muffled by a half-court system.
Stephanie White has faded Caitlin Clark for lack of a...
She's good at times of finishing through contact, but her finishing at the basket is not really, or not even, she doesn't want to go there. She really is just a mid-range scorer.
A testament not just to her talent, but to her impact. She didn't just score, she commanded, she led. It was the kind of performance that turns a rookie into a franchise cornerstone, the kind of night that makes WNBA history, and the kind of game that silences everyone who ever said Caitlin Clark wasn't ready for the league. Ups were real, including a heated exchange with Coach Stephanie White that went viral just weeks earlier.
She has taken away Caitlin Clark's greatest asset, which is the creator and instigator of offense.
Clark had been under pressure, battling through a shooting slump, facing critics calling her overrated, and hearing whispers that maybe she wasn't ready for this level.
You cannot debate Caitlin Clark versus any young player.
Making her the only player in WNBA history to ever post that stat line twice in a career. She's not just scoring, she's disrupting defenses, controlling tempo, and redefining what a rookie can do in the pros.
Caitlin has a 13-2 assist to turnover ratio. 123 points. They put up 123 points through 4 quarters.
Only had 2 turnovers this game.
Every assist came with intent. Every steal shifted momentum. And every possession she touched felt like a potential highlight. It was personal. It wasn't just Clark versus Bueckers. It was Clark versus the doubters. Clark versus expectations. Clark versus the WNBA itself. And what happened next was the beginning of something historic.
Is this what Stephanie White needs to see? To finally say to herself, oh, all right, alrighty, fine.
Everything changed the moment Coach Stephanie White finally handed Caitlin Clark the keys. After weeks of tension and philosophical clashes about tempo and system, White made 500 career points. Clark's fingerprints were everywhere. Her passes created rhythm, her pace created chaos, and her leadership unlocked the team's full potential. And the numbers? Unreal.
Hey, Caitlin Clark in 24 minutes, 14, 13, and 5.
Caitlin Clark, good Lord, what a game. 3 rebounds, 13 assists, 5 steals, a block shot, and 14 points.
Caitlin Clark finished the game with Fort Clark run the offense her way. No more slow, half-court sets, no more hesitation. Against Dallas, Clark was finally unleashed, and the result, one of the most dominant and record-breaking performances the WNBA has ever seen.
Caitlin Clark getting hounded all game. Of course, the only way to play defense on her.
From the opening minutes, it was clear Clark wasn't just here to play, she was here to orchestrate. Her passes weren't just accurate, they were magnetic, touchdown lobs. Kelsey Mitchell caught fire, scoring 20 points and extending her double-digit scoring streak to 21 games.
This is what it looks like when they let Caitlin Clark run the show.
Natasha Howard looked reborn, running the floor like a sprinter, finishing with 18 points on 8 of 9 shooting. Aaliyah Boston dominated the paint with strength and efficiency, her chemistry with Clark shining in every pick and roll and interior dish.
The wrong passes, accurate passes.
Early in the game, both teams were still feeling each other out, but you could see Clark setting the tempo. It was like a chess master placing her pieces, patient, deliberate, lethal.
That second quarter, oh man, absolutely bombing away. That second quarter, Aaliyah Boston, 7 points. Natasha Howard, 10 points. Caitlin Clark,